All right, for my Rust project, I made a password manager. I'm pretty proud of this. So I go cargo run, enter password to continue. So I have to enter my password, none of your business. Would you like to create a new password? I'm going to say yes. Enter the URL for the website this password is for, www.website.com. Enter the username for the website this password is for, my username and password, my password, password saved. And then I can go cargo run and I have to enter my password again. None of your business. Would you like to create a new password? No. Would you like to find a password? Yes. www.website.com. I think that's what I just did. Okay, found user. www.website.com. The password is my password. The username is my username. So there's a couple other things. So if I go cargo run, enter password, and I enter the wrong password, stay away from my passwords. Cool. All right, so let's get into the code. So here is my main file. Here's my imports. So first, we have where it requires the password to run the rest of this. Now, I know this isn't the cleanest it could be. I included everything in the main, but I ran out of time to learn how to segment it out more. So here's where it accepts the password, turns it into a string, reads it. And then if the password is wrong, then stay away from my password. But if it's right, then we continue with the rest of the program. So here is where it checks if you want to create a new password. Trims it down, makes it lowercase so that whether we type it in with uppercase or not, it'll still read. So if response equals yes or y, print line, enter the URL for the website this password is for. And then this block right here is getting the actual information. So first we get the URL, convert it to a string, trim it so that there's no white space. And then we get the username and do the same thing, get the password, do the same thing. And then we import the JSON file. So passwords.json, which is this. I'll show you this real quick. So as you can see, website.com was just saved there. I also have test and dropgenerator.com, which is another coding project I made, by the way. Check that out. We read the JSON file, parse it, and then we make a hash map that contains all of the usernames and passwords from the file. And then we create the new entry. So we take the data that we just obtained and we then write it into the JSON file, password saved successfully. So if they say no initially when we ask if they want to create a password, then we will ask them, would you like to find a password? And if they say yes to that, then we will then read the file again. So we're just doing the same thing. Get user input for which URL to look up. And then we find the password from the URL using the key value, storage system of JSON. So then it will, based off of the key that we put in, it'll output found user, and then it'll use it'll print out the username and the password. Otherwise, if that URL doesn't exist that we looked up, it'll say URL not found. And then if you say no to that, like if you say no, I don't want to look up a password, then it'll just say, have a good day. And I couldn't quite figure out this. I had too many else's, so I just closed it off like that. But anyway, here's my cargo with my dependencies, CERD and CERD_JSON. But that's it.